Line-up for tonight's Spring Trophy match, that can only mean one thing, local derby. It's the Glasgow Tigers, and I've with me now a man who used to wear the blue and gold and is now wearing the colours of the Tigers, Theo Piper. Theo, you're one man that 3 weeks in a row, not so long ago, many seasons back, broke the track record here 3 weeks in a row. Do you think you can do it tonight?
Well, it's a new track, as far as I know. I'll do my best, and we'll see how far we're going to get.
Are you quite happy now that the injury you had is cleared up and will let you get on with serious racing?
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad my injuries is behind the backs, and hopefully we can have a successful season here.
For tonight's match, you've got 4 former Monarchs riders in the team. It should be on paper relatively close.
Yeah, I don't know. Our boys didn't have many track rides, and I had some 2 weeks ago for Birmingham, and I was stuck with the flu, so I didn't do that good. But hopefully tonight I'll do better.
Do you think that this year round, looking at the strength of the teams, that they're a lot stronger than they were maybe 3-4 seasons ago?
Yeah, I've been out of Speedway for a while, and I don't know. It looks good on paper, of course, but it all needs to happen. You know, you need to be a team, and if the team rides good together, we will see. This is our first match all together, so we'll try to do our best.
Yeah, of course, the Ashfield track's not finished yet, is it, for you guys to get started with your home matches?
Yeah, the Ashfield track had some air bubbles underneath and some spongy stuff on the bottom of the shale, and they dug it back up, so hopefully we can have a practice next week.
Presumably this year the club, the supporters, are looking to be in the top 6 of the league rather than down where they were last year.
Oh, I don't know. We just need to hope for the best, and I hope we do well. And I hope we can enjoy the fans as well. And I think it looks good, the team, but it all needs to happen on the track, you know.
Yeah. What about your long track racing? Are you still into that?
Yeah, me and my family do a lot on the continent as well. This year only 7 GPs, and the wife and the children always travel with me, you know, and it's always good to have them here. They're here now, so hopefully we do well tonight as well.
Well, you better break the track record again if they're here tonight, Theo. Thanks very much for taking the time out. All the best. Thank you.
Well, a very good evening to you and welcome to another EMTV Rewind. Tonight, the Monarchs should have been racing at Berwick in the championship. Obviously, that's not happening just now due to the coronavirus pandemic. And on that note, can I just remind you that yesterday the club issued a survey, coronavirus survey, which you'll find on the website. We'd like to get to know your thoughts on the current situation. Many people have already responded. Thank you so much if you have. If you haven't and you'd like to take part, you'll find the survey on the official club website. It's there till Tuesday 9 o'clock, so you have until then to take part and tell us what you're thinking about the current situation with the coronavirus and how you're feeling right now. I hope you're well and I hope you're keeping safe. Now, tonight's Edinburgh Monarchs Rewind, we have another classic home derby, a local derby. Yeah, we're going to go back to the 1st of April 2011 when there was no fooling about as the Glasgow Tigers came calling at Armadale. My name is Liam Rudden.
Yeah, and I'm John McGilvray, and Monarchs were defending league champions as we entered the 2011 season, though it would prove a season in which our rivals from the West enjoyed a great deal of success. The team contained 4 former Monarchs, plus the talented Nick Morris at reserve as they arrived for the first leg of the Spring Trophy. Ryan Fisher had moved on from Armadale after making a great contribution to 3 superb seasons, but we did have new signing Craig Cook in place purchased from Workington. Would he prove to be a good investment? Time will tell. For Edinburgh that night, at number 1 it was Kevin Walbert, and at number 2 Matthew Weathers. At 3 it was Andrew Tully, and at 4 Craig Cook. At 5 Cali Catayisto, and at 6 Ashley Morris, and 7 Jay Hearn. Liam.
Thanks, John. And lining up for the Glasgow Tigers that night, we had at number 1 it was Joe Screen. Theo Piper was in at 2. Chris Henry at 3 with James Greaves at 4. At 5 it was Josh Grushenek, 6 Nick Morris, and at number 7 Michael Rajowski. So without further ado, let's join Mike Hunter in the commentary box and let's go racing.
Heat 1 then of the first leg of the Spring Trophy. Matthew Weathers has gate 1. Theo Piper back in the Premier League, he's in gate 2 for Glasgow. Gate 3 Kevin Walbert, gate 4 Joe Screen. Screen away well, Matthew Weathers away well. Weathers and Screen contest the lead, and it's Weathers who's moved ahead. Screen on his outside. Weathers lost it a wee bit there. Walbert's got into third. Well, Matthew Weathers took heat 1 to get used to things last week. He rode very well after that. Kevin Walbert had a really poor meeting last week. He's recovered well after being bumped leaving the start to get into third. Screen's putting big pressure on Weathers though. And he knows all about overtaking. Monarchs though will be very happy if they get this result. Lost a 1-5 last week. Walbert looking at Screen's back wheel a wee bit there, and not a bad ride at all. So an opening 4-2 to the Monarchs. Slightly disappointing return for their former captain Theo Piper. Matthew Weathers does a wee bit extra, and he'll be happy enough with that. Heat 2, Nick Morris, Ashley Morris, Michael Rakowski and Jay Hearn. This is a part of the team where Glasgow looks strong, and certainly Nick Morris is in front, contesting second, Ashley and Michael Rakowski, who's a Monarchs hero of a couple of years ago. And the Tigers are on a 5-1, and whoops, Michael's riding a curious line and Ashley's gone by. He always was a bit on the wild side, Michael, but can be very, very effective. He was a big favourite here in 2009. He's not given up the hunt for second. Nick Morris, a very lively young Aussie, he's just 16. He's right back into the groove. And he's going to be a big player for the Tigers this year, I'm quite sure. Very talented. And Ashley Morris is in danger of losing second there. I think he just got it. Jay Hearn rather tailed off that time. That doesn't augur too well, but the Tigers have certainly levelled the scores. I'm assuming that Ashley did get the second. If so, it's 6-all. Heat 3, Craig Cook on gate 1. He made a great debut for the Monarchs last week. Gate 2, Christian Henry back after 2 years out of the saddle. Gate 3, Andrew Tully. Gate 4, James Greaves. James seemed to move a bit early there, but it's Craig Cook who's made the corner, in fact. And here comes Tully as well, and he's got into second spot, although Greaves contesting it hard on the outside. First ride of the season, of course, for these two Tigers, and indeed several of their side. So they might take a ride or two to get the feel of it again. But a very impressive effort by the two Monarchs in the early part of the race. And Cook carrying on where he left off last week. Other than the fact that he fell in the last race last week. James Greaves might be a bit disappointed with this. First ride or no, he's well at the back. Christian Henry for his first ride for 2 years, probably not too unhappy. Craig Cook overslides a wee bit, but the Monarchs pair get home a long way in front for a big 5-1 there. And that is very encouraging from the Monarchs' point of view. Four, it's Jay Hearn, it's Michael Rakowski, Cali Catiesto on a Weathers machine, and Josh Krashonek. And the Tigers have gated. And I know that Cali couldn't get his cutout working on the parade, so that may be why he hasn't appeared for this race on his own bike. And he's making heavy weather of it. Krashonek well clear. He's ridden for Lakeside already this year. Michael Rakowski's back in the groove very quickly. And this will give Tigers the lead unless Kelly can do something about it. Doesn't look as lively as he does on his own bike. He's ridden a nice line there, but he's still short as they get to the final turn. What's he going to try this time? All the way round, so Tigers take the lead, and that can probably be attributed partly anyway to Callie not being ready with his own machine. Tigers 2 points ahead now, and the reserves playing a part already. Five, Theo Piper, Andrew Tully, Joe Screen and Craig Cook. Screen made the start there. I think he moved slightly prematurely. Craig Cook trying to put in a challenge on Theo Piper, who's holding second. I think Cook might have got round him there. He has. Cook right in the mix now. Tully trying to line up Piper as well. Tight race. Cook kicks for the outside. Piper's still there. Here comes Tully. Tully up inside Piper, and he's gone through. Screen's pulled away now. Something tells me the riders have spotted that the referee's letting them have a jump at the start. Tully goes ahead of Cook. Hopefully not to make it too awkward for him. Shared race in the end. Very interesting throughout that one. And Theo Piper well on the pace that time, but just pushed back by what is really Monarch's strongest pairing. Score still level. Gate 6, Kevin Walbert, Gate 1. Josh Gershonik, Gate 2. Matthew Weathers, Gate 3. Nick Morris, Gate 4, so 3 first-time winners in this one. Once again, an uneven start, and several of them have been so far. The referee actually did something about it that time. Second shot at Gate 6. Even start that time, Matthew Weathers in the mix, and here comes Nick Morris through the middle, and Matthew Weathers has stormed to the front. Brilliant riding, and Walbert's there as well. Walbert races through on Gershonik, and Nick Morris almost ran into Gershonik there. The Monarchs pair jet clear. What a terrific first lap by the two home men. It's a different Walbert this week. He's comfortable in his engine, and he looks absolutely sizzling. Walbert goes ahead. Just got to avoid running into each other. We're not under any pressure. Weathers past master, sitting with his partner. What a super ride by Walbert to burst through after Weathers had shown the way. That was tremendous. And Gershonik that time as well tailed off after a first ride win. It was Nick Morris who came through for third. Sensational riding by the Monarchs opening pair. Heat 7, Christian Henry, Cali Catiesto back on his own bike, James Greaves and Ashley Morris. Greaves has made the start. That's more like James Greaves. Ashley Morris is ahead of Christian Henry. And Ashley's shown a lot of ability to hold position against more experienced riders. Made a bit of a mistake on that corner, but he got away with it. So Greaves, having trailed badly in his first race, no problem here. Callie's on his own bike, but it's not showing any power to catch Greaves yet. This will be a very good point for Morris to get round this final turn. Very nicely done. Shared race. Monarchs retain their 4-point lead. Heat 8, it's Michael Rakowski, Jay Hearn, Theo Piper and Matthew Weathers. Theo was away pretty well there. Oh my goodness. Nasty tumble between Hearn and Rakowski. Both had a lengthy delay while Jay Hearn's been taken off to hospital. Michael Rakowski excluded. Ashley Morris comes into the race. And Piper and Weathers made a good start. And it's just Weathers squeezing ahead, showing very good form. But Theo Piper visibly improving with each ride. And he's going to be a handy second string for the Tigers for sure. I'm sure Christian Henry will be as well. Theo's looking really useful there. Almost caught Matthew. Theo was always good on that inside line, and here he comes and he's gone ahead. That's sensational by Piper. Weathers trying to fight back, and he has. Great race. That's just waking Matthew up a wee bit there. So Matthew Weathers gets the win, but Theo Piper shows enough to let the Tigers see that they've got themselves a good signing there. Monarchs move 6 points ahead, 7 to go. Well, Heat 9 we've got Josh Grashonik on gate 1, Craig Cook gate 2, Nick Morris gate 3 and Andrew Tully in gate 4. Tully's away well from the outside, although Grashonik is also there, and it's actually Grashonik who's gone ahead. Inside line coming off turn 2, worked for him. Tully and Cook give chase. Craig Cook doesn't want to go too far out because Nick Morris is nipping away at him as well, and Nick's gone for the wider line here on the bottom bend. Grashonik was pushed back in his last race and he's made a mistake there, and that's allowed Tully inside him. But Grashonik's fought back with great skill. He's gone away across that bend though, and that's allowed Tully through. Cook wasn't far away either. Another super race, and here comes Cook at thunderous speed. Through he goes. Grashonik's lost it, and Monarchs take a 5-1 in a fantastic race. Absolutely marvellous stuff by the Monarchs, so determined. Gate 10, James Greaves takes a TR going from Gate 1. Matthew Weathers in Gate 2. Christian Henry Gate 3 and Kevin Walbert in Gate 4. Greaves away well, Henry's away well. Weathers on the inside though. Walbert coming from nowhere, but it's Greaves that leads. The Monarchs on his tail. Whoops, Walbert way to the fence. And getting a terrific burst of speed from an apparently very hard position on the outside. Has he gone too far this time? No, he hasn't. Oh, look at that from Walbert. What a pass. That was unbelievable. That really was back to the Walbert of 2 years ago. Weathers just loses it a wee bit there as he was trying to mount a challenge as well. But that's Kevin Walbert's best ride for a long time. And he shares the heat, but that does allow, no, it doesn't allow Tigers to use a TR in the next one. They're 10 down. Magnificent ride by Kevin Walbert there. Catiesto, Joe Screen, Ashley Morris and Theo Piper. Screen and Piper are away. Kelly having a quiet night so far, and he's got to do something about this. Screen's let Piper go ahead. Ironic in a way that Walbert's doing so well on Callie's other engine. Callie looks short on speed. Theo Piper's comes screaming back. Couple of rides to get going, a good one in Heat 8, and look at him here, he's winning by a mile. The track record holder of 2006, stood for a while. Callie's not far behind Joe Screen, but I can't see him getting through. Oh, not on that line anyway. So the Tigers take a 5-1 and they cut right back into that lead. Andrew Tully, Nick Morris, Ashley Morris, and coming in for Christian Henry, it's Michael Rajkowski off his favourite Gate 4. He always loved it off there. Oh my God, there was a nasty one indeed. The two Morrises got tangled up and they're both down. Well, Nick Morris had some treatment there for what appeared to be a leg injury, but he seems to be okay. I think that's a borrowed machine he's on. It might be Theo Piper's, but all four back anyway. And the Monarchs have gated well there. Tully leads and Ashley Morris is in there as well, but I think Nick's just squeezed ahead of him. Ashley going out wide. Danger man Michael Rajkowski off the outside gate didn't make a lot of it. Tully got an excellent start. Nick Morris riding very nicely in second spot as well, very nicely. If that is Piper's machine, then I'd say it's flying. Here goes Morris for a big blast. A very interesting effort and a good second place, but also a good third for Ashley with the Raj out of sorts in that one. So the Monarchs take another 2 points onto their lead. 3 races to go. E13 screen, Walbert, Gertronic and Catiesto. And Walbert. Oh, he's turned round backwards, has he? Look at Walbert attacking screen there. Walbert really went for it round that first corner, but he just overdid it. Catiesto's night petering out. Very disappointing. So Joe Screen really making a big impression in his first Scottish Derby, and Tigers cut the gap to 6 points with 2 races to go. Heat 14, Ashley Morris, James Greaves, Craig Cook and Nick Morris. Tigers away. If Tigers take a 5-1 here, we'll be right into a last seat decider. Craig Cook would love to do something about it, and he's gone to a quick line there. He's gone roaring into that pit's turn. I think he might have got round Nick Morris there. Great effort by Cook. Morris on the inside though, could be dangerous from there. Good battle again. Cook's done well to get that second. Oh, Ashley Morris crashing spectacularly there. Didn't even see it, he's slightly on the track. So that one's had to be stopped. Well, I don't know if anybody saw what happened there.
Let me just jump in before Heat 15 to say a very big thank you to everyone who has reacted to the Edinburgh Monarchs Fan Trust story on the website. If you've not read it yet, you'll find it on the club website, and it's well worth a read. Also, a big thank you to Dorothy McCormack and Kay Wilson, who have both been in touch with us with their suggestions for future EMTV rewinds. If you'd like to contact John and myself, it's very simple. Just drop us an email, John and Liam at edinburghmonarchs.co.uk. That's also the address to send your questions for our Sunday lunch sessions. And John has more on this week's Now. John.
Yeah, thanks Liam. This Sunday we'll have Sunday lunch with Lassie Fredriksson, so you can join Lassie all the way from Norway this Sunday at 12 o'clock. Get your questions to John and Liam at edinburghmonarchs.co.uk, or you can add your questions as comments live on Sunday. So that'll be 12 o'clock Sunday lunch, myself, Liam and Lassie Fredriksson. Make sure you join us then. We can always say thank you to What the Fork as well, the newest takeaway delivery service around. So thank you once again to What the Fork, and we'll be back on Tuesday the 19th of May from 7:30, where it'll be Edinburgh versus Newport from July 2004. So we'll see you then. We'll also see you Sunday at 12 o'clock. Stay safe and enjoy Heat 15.
Well, Heat 15 at last. It's nearly 10 o'clock. Tigers need a 5-1 for a draw in the first leg of the Spring Trophy. It's Kevin Walbert gate 1, it's James Greaves gate 2, Andrew Tully gate 3 and Joe Screen in gate 4. Tigers have gated, I think. What can the Monarchs do? Walbert's on their tail. Screen's gone ahead. It's Tully that's coming through now. We've seen Walbert pull off an incredible pass on Greaves earlier on. Track will be harder now, I think. Walbert, I think, has been too extravagant, although he's come galloping back again. Certainly showing fantastic determination. Still in the hunt as they roar into the last lap, and he's turned it hard there. Just not quite getting the drive. Here he comes. Last corner, what's he going to do? Locked up so hard. And he got second. Walbert got the second place for the win for the Monarchs. Absolutely brilliant ride by Kevin Walbert again. What a night he's had. Some sensational racing by the German. And he clinches the victory by 2 points in what has been a really tremendous derby in spite of crashes and goodness knows all what. It's been a great match, and Kevin Walbert at the last gasp makes sure that Monarchs take a narrow victory.